Hey guys, this is Sukesh Banik from gadgetsportal.in and today I'm going to unbox this new Micromax Canvas Doodle to A240. It has a huge display and a stylus as you can see from the box. Now let me quickly show you the spec. You can pause here and check this out. I'll talk about all of these things in the later parts of this review. Now the pricing of this device is quite aggressive. The box has got 23,000 rupees pricing, but in the market it is available at around 19,000 rupees, that is around 320 USD, which is I think overpriced for the spec of this phone. I hope that Micromax has put some real good stuff into the software. Here is the Sar Info. Now there is a sponsored announcement. If you guys are in Kolkata, you can get this phone from Fast Information Network. Just call on the number showing on the display and give our reference. Here is the phone with huge 5.7 inches display and I can barely reach all the parts of it, but I should not complain because this is basically a hybrid of a mobile phone and a tablet. Here is a Galaxy Note 2 and the front look is quite similar, though the build and the back look, the finish of both of these phones are completely different, and I think the Doodle 2 looks much better. Here is a Galaxy S4 and you can check the differences of a 5 inches and 5.7 inches displays. The Doodle 2 is a unibody phone with non-removable battery and I'll talk about that later. Let me check what inside the box, and there is a nice flip cover comes free like the Doodle one, and this time you have got a magnetic flip cover and the phone can stand on it. The quality is great and I'll give you a demo of this cover in the later part of this review, so be with me guys. You can remove this part of this back and the battery, which is of 2600 mAh, is built in. Here are the two SIM card slots and the SIM one is only 3G capable. There is no micro SD card slot on this phone as well. Here is the stylus you have seen on the box. It is a little bit improved and it has got rubber ball attached at the pointy heads, and this will work as a substitute of your finger. You can write, you can draw, and this is completely different from the magnetic S Pen on the Galaxy Note 2. The tip is pressure sensitive and there are a lot of added features you can get from this S Pen. I'll try to upload a comparison between Galaxy Note 2 and this Doodle 2. So subscribe and keep in touch. There are a lot of booklets as usual and the manual is quite thick with a lot of info. This is the charging adapter, which is very compact and of very premium quality. Here is the data cable and the accessories are exactly the same you got with the Canvas 4. Micromax is providing good quality accessories with their phones and I really appreciate this. Here is the headset and I used this headset on the Canvas 4. This is a very good quality headset. The clarity is excellent and there is no gold plating on the jack, but that does not mean the quality of the sound from this headset will be bad. There are some extra earbuds as well. Now let's get rid of these things here and let me give you a quick demo of the mobile phone. The display is a 5.7 inches TFT LCD with 1280 by 720 pixels resolution at 258 ppi, which is not bad for a huge display like this. At the top you are getting the ear speaker grill along with a 5 megapixels fixed focus camera, and this phone has got both proximity and ambient light sensors. It has also got this Android capacitive keys. As you know, this is the home, this is the menu, and this is the back key. On the left side of the phone you are getting the power key, and on the top you are getting the 3.5mm headphone port. Here is the volume rocker and the keys are looking very stylish and also very sleek. This is the charging as well as data syncing port, and you are getting the microphone hole over here. At the back there is a 12 megapixels camera with full HD recording, and there is also an LED flash. This is basically a dual LED flash, and there is also a secondary microphone for noise cancellation. I'll try to upload some camera samples into my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal, and also my webpage gadgetsportal.in. Here is the loudspeaker grill, and the design of this phone is extremely good. The anodized metallic finish and the sleek form factor are giving a very good look to this new Micromax Canvas Doodle 2 A240. Hey guys, I have installed the magnetic flip cover you get with Micromax Canvas Doodle 2, and it is a very good quality cover, nicely padded for extra security, and it is also a stand for this huge phone. This part is quite soft and thick. Now, as this Doodle 2 is a unibody phone, you have to put the entire phone into the transparent back of this flip cover, which makes it very thick, but it is a huge phone and does not feel bad. This part of the flip cover has magnets inside, and you can make it a stand for the phone just like this way and watch movies on this huge 5.7 inches HD display. Well guys, let me give you a quick tour on the software, the user interface of this new Micromax A240. Now this phone is running on Android Jelly Bean 4.2. That's why you will get some extra features on the lock screen, like you can swipe down, and if you now swipe right, you will get the camera access from your lock screen. If you swipe down and swipe left, you can add widgets into this lock screen. Here are the widgets available, and in this way you can access your important stuff from your lock screen. You can add multiple widgets by swiping again, so this is a very handy feature. Now let's unlock the phone and talk about the display, the quality of the touch, and each and everything of this new mobile phone from Micromax. First of all, the display is looking very bright and colors are looking very punchy. The white levels are purely white, and 245 ppi is feeling just perfect for this huge display. Let me compare it with a Galaxy Note 2. Note 2 has a Super AMOLED HD display. That's why the colors are looking more saturated, but the brightness is not even close to this Doodle 2. Let me compare it with a Galaxy S4. Again, S4 is looking very colorful but not that much bright compared to this IPS display. So I am very happy with the quality of the display on this Micromax Doodle 2. Small text are not looking pixelated at all, so browsing the internet or reading ebooks will be just fine. This huge display is very hard to access, so Micromax has provided a stylus for you. It is a nice replacement of your finger and also very responsive. Here is the notification window, and you can check all of your important toggle switches from this option. You can also press and hold these to edit. This is the dialer, and you are getting two options for your dual SIMs. Let's check the messaging experience and obviously the keyboard. Writing with one hand on a huge display is not easy. To speed up your writing, you can install the swipe input keyboard from the Play Store, or you can just type with two fingers. These are the preloaded applications into this phone. There are a couple of Micromax apps like this MI Security, and this Evernote app is basically the free version, not the paid one, unfortunately. You are also getting some handy apps like this flashlight. This phone has FM radio and some trial games pre-installed. These are actually eating up a lot of space of the internal storage. Micromax is basically promoting these apps. Some social apps like Hike, Hangout are installed, and there is a new app called MI Doodle specially for this phone. This is a social app and I haven't tried it yet. I'll talk about this in the in-depth review, so keep in touch. There are a couple of more apps here like Evernote, Sketch, pop-up browser, and this sound recorder. The video player app here is quite interesting with a lot of features. Let me quickly show you the video player app. This phone can easily handle full HD videos, and you can also check the quality of the display, which is looking absolutely good, and the loudspeaker is also decent for indoor listening. And there are some cool features like you can get this pop-up video player and you can watch movies while doing your normal task. This is similar to the pop-up video player on the Galaxy series phones, and you can even resize this window for your convenience. You can move it anywhere on the display and switch to full screen anytime. Now while watching a video, you can also check other videos and even you can play them without any sound, and this is really cool. Now from this option you can turn on the look away feature. That means the video will pause if you look away from the display, and this will resume if you look back. This feature was first implemented into the Galaxy S4. Now there is also a pop-up browser which is also resizable. So if you want to search for anything, just launch this pop-up browser and you don't have to leave the app you are using. So I think this is the most useful application you are getting on this Micromax Canvas Doodle 2. Now let's check the stylus on this Sketch app from Evernote. You can draw, annotate, write anything on this canvas, and you can use both ends. You can download a lot of other drawing or note-taking apps from the Play Store. Just check my exclusive Android games and apps channel at youtube.com/gadgetsportalplay. Now let me show you some important settings. First of all, this phone is running on Android 4.2.1, which is almost latest. The internal storage of this phone is 16 GB and the phone storage is 858 MB out of the box, and there is also an internal SD card of 12 GB. So there is around 13 GB space on this phone, which is very good, enough for installing a lot of high-end games. Now the RAM is 1 GB and 573 MB is free before installing any application, which I will say decent, but Micromax should think now of at least 1.5 GB of RAM. There are also some smart gestures you are getting on the interface. To know more about these gestures, I suggest you to visit my website gadgetsportal.in and check the full review on this Doodle 2. You can check the description of this video for the direct link. I will talk about these features in the in-depth review as well. Well buddies, we are at the end of this review, and overall this Canvas Doodle 2 is a nice device. I really liked the display and the overall design, the feel, the finish of the phone. It is feeling very premium in hand and much better than the Samsung Galaxy series phones. But the user interface is not customized like Samsung phones, and this phone is also slightly overpriced. This should be under 15,000 rupees. I will upload the full review very soon. So subscribe and keep in touch. You can check some camera samples on my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal, and also on my website gadgetsportal.in. So thanks for watching guys. See you in the next review. Bye bye and keep in touch.